Hey guys, welcome in today. I got a cool winter project for you. This is actually a winter mosaic with a little tree in the middle. So I got a couple different steps to this. These are the tools that we're gonna be using today. Some pretty simple tools, just scissors, glue stick, maybe an eraser if you make a mistake, and your pencil. I'm gonna start out with the pencil, going through a little step-by-step on the tree. The tree is kind of the front part of this, and then the back done by a really cool kind of mosaic. I've seen a lot of different ones online. I got this picture, or this project line, and thought my students would really enjoy this project kind of for winter. So let's get started with the tree. So how I do a tree would be starting out with kind of the thickest part of the tree, which would be the tree trunk. So I want them to get a good idea on how to do a tree. We kind of do a practice first, and then we'll do it on the black sheet of paper as a silhouette. For those of you that don't know, a silhouette is like a black kind of shadowy figure onto your background. And I've done projects with this before, but not a winter one, so I'm really excited about this project. So the tree trunk kind of has curvy lines that start off, and then I will challenge my kids to have about 10 branches. So I just start out almost kind of like your hand with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of lines from there. And then how you connect those is kind of the trickier, difficult part. You want to be thinking almost like a pencil or like your finger, how it kind of goes thinner as it goes to the end, because as we know, trees, especially when they lose their leaves in the winter, stretch out really far. So take kind of this edge that's on the side and kind of bring that right into one of those lines, and you can stretch it out even a little bit further. So that trunk then turns into the branch, and then that kind of goes up almost like your pencil on the tip of that. And then as that kind of stretches down, it gets a little bit thicker. And then you can go right up into the next line. So how I connected that one, and then take that line, stretch it out. You can kind of curve it a little bit or kind of make little jagged lines on there. And then again, should be like the pencil, tip onto there, should get a little bit thicker and a little bit thicker, and then start to go towards the next one, and so on throughout those. So I'll go through that real quick. Okay, so then that last one just kind of connects right back to the trunk. So I think if you can get this figure, which kind of looks like almost like a skeleton hand, kind of like a creepy hand kind of stretched out onto there. I think if you can get this part, you can get the next kind of parts onto there. And then each of these should have another branch or two kind of coming off of there. So you can start to add a couple more of those stretched out just to kind of fill up some of those areas that are a little bit empty. And there's my tree. So that's the basics of getting this project. So I'm gonna do that on black and then cut that out, and I'll go through that real quick. That'll be your next step. So I want them to do kind of a practice on this one and then go do that onto black paper and then cut that out. So let's go through that real quick. I'm just gonna stop this real quick just as I'm cutting. It's been a while since I've cut kind of detailed little pieces. An easy little hack for this is, as you saw, I kind of cut it around just as a shape, just to have something easier to work with than this big giant piece of paper onto here. So the tree is small, but it's not that small. And you can see I'm trying to almost do like little V's from the top, so holding the tree upside down and then just trying to cut out those kind of little V's onto each little shape and each little branch from there, and that works a lot better onto there. Don't worry if you can see the pencil, because what we're gonna do is, after I get this little V out of here, we're gonna be flipping this over, and then you can see kind of the difference onto there. So let's get back to super fast forward. All right, so now I got my tree nice and cut out. You can still see some of the pencil on this side, but like I said, when you flip it over, it looks awesome and fantastic. So I'm gonna set that aside because now I got my black sheet of paper, and now the mosaic part is kind of how we build onto there. So I'm gonna cut the circle out of that. Onto there, I got my tree out here, and I got a whole bunch of different colored paper on here. For this sunset, we're gonna be using a couple different shades of blue and then white onto there, cut into a bunch of small pieces, which I'll have a little box or a little bucket of those pieces that kids can grab. So your circle kind of goes up in the sky. Your tree will go down below, but not yet. You want to put that on top of the mosaic. And like I said, a mosaic is kind of small pieces that make into a bigger scene. So what we want to do for starting that is take one of the white ones and then cut those into little strips, almost kind of like the rays on a sun, but this is a moon. So these pieces will then go around here. So I'll do that real quick. Okay guys, there it is. Awesome, turned out really, really cool. A little bit frustrating, I have to admit, at some parts of kind of seeing how it was gonna turn out, but by the time you put your tree on there, you can leave a little room if you want for your name. I put my name down there. I love how the kind of white kind of turns into the darker shades of the color as it gets down to the bottom. So from learning how to do the tree, which we had the tree step by step onto there, to being able to cut out the different parts of the tree, make it look realistic, to adding the mosaic little tiles of different color, different shades of the blue all the way going down. Turned out really, really cool. So definitely if you like this project, make sure to hit the like button down below. Let me know in the comments how you're liking this project and anything else that I can add on my channel to make this channel better for us. And as always, I am Mr. Shooty. This is Mr. Shooty's Art Channel, and we will talk to you guys later.